What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. And yeah, if you've seen the video already of, you know what I'm saying, times that I got some pussy on the fluke, man, I could have swore I said at the end of that shit that I was going to tell y'all niggas about another time I got some pussy on an accident or on the fluke. But I was going to make that a whole separate video entitled, you know what I'm saying, got some head and took her bread, man. True story. But before I get into that story, man, what I need you to do is hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and you can help this channel regrow, man. I'm trying to get my shit right back up because you know these haters been on my shit. I ain't even gonna mention them in this video. I'm gonna make a whole nother video about these niggas. But anyways, man, hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know you can help the channel grow. Now, let's go back to like 2005, 2004, man. That's when the story take place. I was in Germany, so this is a Germany story, man, because y'all niggas always be asking me about some stories from Germany, man. So I'm gonna give you one, right? So this was at a time, this had to be 2005, right? Because I had already caught my case or whatever, which is another story I can get into a whole nother time. But for right now, this is around that time frame. So yeah, this is about 2005, man. Matter of fact, this is probably the summer of 2005, right? So I'm not supposed to be on post anyway. You feel me? They had barred me from all the US posts and shit like that. I'm not supposed to be on the post anyway, right? So me and my ex-wife, you know what I'm saying? We already like not together. The bitch is trying to use me as a babysitter, so I'm sneaking on post to watch my daughter. But I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm cutting out. So I told her like we had a show that weekend, but really I was just going to kick it with the homies. You know what I mean? That was just my way of getting the fuck up out of there. So I had a whole bag packed and everything, right? So what I used to do is on them weekends, I used to just go to the Mr. Video and be like, yeah, one of the homies gonna pick me up and I'm gonna be gone for the whole weekend and we got some shows and shit, which normally we did, but on this particular weekend, we did it, you know what I mean? And what made me want to get the fuck up out of there too is D and them was telling me, like, man, we had a cracking last night, man, at the Millennium and whoop, man. We had this bitch and we had all kind of hoes. So I'm like, man, damn, I've been over here dealing with this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Babysitting while this bitch is out here fucking around, you know what I mean? Which I found out later, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm doing me. I'm doing me this week. No, matter of fact, it was a Thursday that they went out because this happened on a Friday, right? It was a Thursday. So anyways, so I go to Mr. Video. So, you know what I mean? D is like, hey, man, I got this little bitch coming over. You know what I'm saying? But she on her way out here right now. So just wait at Mr. Video and she going to pull up on you and then she going to bring you to the crib. Now, mind you, me and D had our own crib, you know what I'm saying? About maybe like, man, we had our crib. I want to say the town was called Alzenau. But anyways, we lived in Hanau, you know, that's where we were stationed at. But we were both out the army at this time. But we had another crib in like Alzenau. I think that was a little town. If anybody's in Germany, you probably know where I'm talking about, right? So my ex-wife didn't know where my crib was the whole time. She always used to wonder where my crib was the whole time. But I'm like, bitch, you done kicked me to the curb. Like, nah, you ain't finna be coming over here fucking up my piece. You know what I mean? Like, I got a whole nother crib. But at this point, I was just, you know, we was trying to work it out, but we wasn't sure what it was going to be. But I ended up realizing later that the bitch was only having me at the house around this time just so she can use me as a babysitter while she go out and do what the fuck she wanted to do anyways. But that's a whole nother story and a whole nother video. So anyways, back to this Friday afternoon, you know what I'm saying? The bitch pulls up. She had a blue little car. I remember that shit, right? So she picked me up, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm the type of nigga like, nigga, you could leave your bitch around me. I'm not finna try to holler at her. I'm not finna be saying no weird shit to her. Like, nigga, like, I'm just not that type of nigga. Like, bruh, the bitch is off limits once you start fucking with her. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if that's your side bitch, your main bitch, whatever. You know what I mean? There's too many bitches in the world. That's why I never had a problem with any niggas over no bitch that I'm cool with. You feel me? Never, because I just play by different type of rules than other niggas, bruh. So anyways, I say all that because I got in the car with the bitch. I don't even think I really even said nothing to her because like I said, I don't need to be talking to this bitch. Are you the one that decent? Yeah? Okay, cool. You need me to show you how to get to the house? Okay, cool. Because she didn't know where we lived at, so it was kind of a win-win situation. I was going to show her exactly where we lived, and I was getting a ride over there to the crib because we had already had plans to go out that weekend anyway. He was just about to fuck with this little bitch during the day that he had met the night before. Okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? So we get to the crib. So, we greet each other or whatever. And I already had a room in there, so I just put my shit in a room and I got on the game. I was playing the Xbox. I was playing Medal of Honor. You know what I'm saying? I used to play that shit all the time over there because I still had all my shit over there. It was me and D's apartment. So I'm over there playing Medal of Honor. You know what I'm saying? D's like, yeah, man, I'm about to go in here and do my thing. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there playing Medal of Honor for about like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And D come out the room, you know what I mean? So this nigga was like, hey, Sack. He was like, man, this bitch, wow, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I think this bitch is on drugs or something, man. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, I'm laughing and shit. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, nah, nigga. He's like, hey, what I want you to do is I'm gonna go back in there. I'm gonna keep fucking on her, you know what I'm saying? And I want you to go in there and sneak and see if she got some bread in her purse. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. He's like, man, I'm gonna have that bitch bent over, like looking towards the wall anyway. Just be quiet when you come in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, bet. He's like, man, this bitch is wilding, bro. I think this bitch is on drugs or something. You know what I'm saying? He was like, but at this point, me and D was already trying to figure out what we was gonna do. You know what I mean? Because we didn't have that much bread and we was trying to go to the club. So I'm like, shit, I'm with it. You know what I mean? Bet. So I remember I put the game on pause and I waited a couple minutes for him to go back in the room, you know what I'm saying? And he kind of like tapped on the wall, you know, like that was like my cue. So I remember I opened the door and I low crawled in there, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, I'm gonna put her purse over here at the edge of the bed. So, you know, this is some real dog shit, but hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Bitches be finessing way worse than this now. But back in 2005, hey, we was trying to stay alive. So anyways, I low crawled in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm low crawling in that bitch. So I looked in there. I grabbed her little wallet out of her purse. I low crawled back out. I went to the room. As soon as I went to the room, boom, I opened up her purse. It's like 100 euros in there and like maybe like $70, you know, American dollars. I said, oh, hell yeah, nigga. Boom, snatched her shit, you know what I'm saying? Got her bread, you know what I mean? So I low crawled back in the room, put that shit back in there, low crawled back out, and I closed the door, you know what I mean? So that nigga, so, you know, I go back to playing the game like it's nothing. Like, nigga, we got the bread, mission complete. So this nigga come out, he's like, hey, nigga. He was like, nigga, this bitch wildin', bruh. He's like, this bitch is talking about she wants you to come in there. I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, nigga. He's like, man, come in there and just stick your dick in the bitch mouth, man. She ain't gonna say shit. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? We had already ran train on some bitches before, you know what I mean? So I already knew if he said it was good, you know what I mean? Just, he's like, yeah, I'm about to go in there, I'm about to fuck this bitch again. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nigga, just walk in there and just put your dick in her mouth. I was like, shit, nigga, all right. He's like, man, trust me, bro, this bitch is on drugs. She wildin', she talking about she wanna fuck us both. And I'm like, shit, all right, bet, you know what I'm saying? So, nigga, that's what I did. I waited like 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? I walked in that bitch and sure enough, the bitch is, you know, D over here pounding this bitch, and as soon as I open the door, she looking at me like, yeah, come on, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, nigga, I'll walk over there and stick my dick in the bitch mouth, you know what I'm saying? Longer story short, without getting into more details, man, we ran train on that bitch, bruh. We ran a stupid train on that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, the bitch was on drugs. That bitch was turning into the exorcist up in that motherfucking room, man. But anyways, man, longer story short, man, after I busted mine, you know, I'm out, you know what I mean? I went to go wash up and shit, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, after like, I go back to getting on the game. After like another 20 minutes, D come out, you know what I'm saying? And he like, yeah, man, this bitch about to go home and whoop, 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 you know what I'm saying? So I didn't even say nothing else to the bitch. I didn't say, hey, bye, nice to meet you or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I was in there playing the game and it was tripping me out because I was like, bro, I was just in the car with this bitch, not knowing this bitch like 30, 40 minutes ago, and then all of a sudden, like, we ran a stupid train on this bitch. Like, this shit is funny as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas ain't never gonna believe this shit, you know what I mean? So anyway, and we got her bread, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, he sent the bitch off, you know what I'm saying? The bitch left. Nigga, I went back to playing the game, you know what I'm saying? But I forgot all about the money. So D come out, he's like, hey, how much did you get? I was like, oh, nigga, look. Nigga, it was 100 euros and $70. Nigga, I remember that she had two 50-euro bills and $70 in American cash. Nigga, we was like, hell yeah, nigga. And we ran train on that bitch too, nigga, for free. Nigga, we got the pussy for free, nigga. We jacked her bread and got some head, my nigga. So, yeah, that's that story, man. I didn't want to make this shit too long, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't even know the bitch name. I remember she had a blue card and she was like a fucking short, little, thick, blonde haired bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, hey, shout out to her because we ended up going to, nigga, we was going to go to a little local club that night, but nigga, we ended up going to Dornstadt to the Natrix, nigga, and we had an even better time, man. So yeah, man, shout out to her wherever she is doing whatever she do, man. Hey, shout out to you, man, because we jacked your bread and got some head, man. Yeah, here's your boy, Sack the Key, man. Hit that subscribe button below or your mama's a hoe.